Now I want to be very straight up with you guys from the very beginning of this video already. When Blizzard revealed more details surrounding the Overwatch All Star Skins, I was pissed. I was beyond angry, writing up essays on Discord about why it's complete bullshit. And for longtime subscribers of the channel, you will remember that for a very long time, most of my videos followed that kind of a theme. I would get angry about something that, in my opinion, Blizzard messed up, and I would rant about it. Not only did that make for really bad content, but it also was not healthy for my own mental state. And by now, I have reached a state where a lot of my older viewers might still associate me with angry rants, but newer ones even went as far as to call me a Blizzard shill when I spent most of my time covering community misconceptions. I was about to do the same thing again, but instead, I want to do what Blizzard failed to achieve, making you, the consumer, aware of what kind of experience you can expect when involving yourself with the Overwatch League. Because quite frankly, some of the things they do are extremely annoying to a lot of viewers who might not be very appreciative of embedded advertising and shameless anti-consumer practices. So let's talk about where Blizzard went full-on sellout mode with their Overwatch League IP. Just don't expect me to show you examples because we are talking about intellectual properties that are not my own, and I don't know what I can or cannot get flagged for on YouTube. Now, when you watch the Overwatch League on Twitch as a free user, you can expect to see 5 ads between every round, give or take. Now, that is obviously not a problem if you are a Twitch Prime member. However, you can't be too happy about your ad-free viewing experience because Blizzard also included embedded advertising. That means they showcase ads that are not part of an ad-serving program that you can opt out of. It is part of the actual stream. Now, that isn't so bad because their Toyota ads, for example, are actually custom-made by the league for the league, featuring funny or not so funny skits with the casters and analysts. It only gets annoying when they run straight-up impersonal TV-style ads like they did for Sour Patch Kids. These ads don't only not make sense if you don't live in a country that sells this stuff, but they are also arguably just as annoying as the ads that you usually walk away from on your TV. So far, all of this stuff is rather acceptable, not only relative to the other things they have done, but also in general, I was not too bothered by any of this. But it starts to get worse when we talk about Overwatch League exclusive loot. They have introduced a range of Twitch emotes featuring every character in the game that you can get by cheering just 100 bits. That's about $1 per emote, so not that bad of an idea if you actually like those emotes, right? Well, it's too bad that they are locked behind RNG bullshit. That means you give them your money for the very purpose of getting an emote, but you can't even choose which hero you will get. It gets even worse once you talk about global cheer goals that urge the viewers to spend more and more money to unlock Overwatch League exclusive skins for the game. Again, it doesn't start all that bad. Cheer 50 and you'll get Junkrat, reach 100 and you'll get Tracer, and for the 200 and 300 bit milestones you get Widowmaker and Hanzo. That means for a mere $3 you are getting 3 random emotes and 4 Overwatch League themed skins. But don't get your hopes up that you might be able to finish your collection on the cheap, because for one, not every hero has been made available with one such skin in the first season, and to get Mercy and Genji you have to reach 1300 and then 2600 bits. Now, disregarding that more and more people had to chip in to unlock these skins in the first place as part of their global bit goals, the jump from a mere 300 to a whopping 1300 and then 2600 bits is rather big. Skeptical viewers might assume that they have increased the price so heavily because they are aware of how popular Mercy and Genji are, with them having confirmed that Mercy is the most played hero in Overwatch. But obviously, I can't confirm or deny any of these reasons. But don't forget, 2600 bits are not just $26, because first, you must acquire the bits from Twitch itself. And they don't sell them for $1 per 100 bits because they obviously want to cut from their cheer once you use them for your favorite streamer. So you are paying the Twitch tax on what is essentially a glorified donation to then shoot at the Overwatch League, who is partnered with Twitch in this whole project, to unlock emotes at random and then shell out even more and more to get skins for heroes that you could not choose either. Saying it out loud like this makes me realize how creative this whole business strategy is. But wait, there is more, because some of the skins were locked behind the Overwatch League All Access Pass. Yes, besides monetizing their own stream via glorified donations and ads, they also added a digital season pass that gets you access to extra content I won't talk about, because whether or not you find that worth your money is for you to decide. Suffice to say that I can't imagine them selling a lot of these passes because they kept adding more and more extra content to it to incentivize purchases. Most notably, a number of away skins for heroes and teams that you could not choose once again, as well as the so-called $30 emote that a lot of Lucio players got very upset about. Now, where you might assume that we finally reached the end of Sellout City, we are just getting started. Because obviously, they are also selling Overwatch League skins in-game for $5 a pop that are simple reskins with no away option available. While we could argue about whether or not $5 is too expensive for something so simple, the thing that really astonishes me is that there's no meaningful bulk discount for buying every skin of a team. At the very least, I would have hoped for a package discount with some sort of team-specific bonus item or spray or whatever. And we are still yet to reach the end of it, because Overwatch League skins are purchased via Overwatch League tokens. Tokens that you can get for free by watching the matches, and they drop at the pace of 1 token per map. In short, that means that a skin costs 100 tokens, which costs $5, and if you watched every single match throughout the season, then you'd be getting a free skin roughly every 2 weeks, which I personally find perfectly acceptable. But here is what really seals the deal. If you didn't feel like they spit in the faces of their customers up until now, then this next move will probably get you that far. Because shortly before the finals concluded the first season of the league, they announced the Overwatch League All Star Skins. A skin each for Genji and Tracer, but no details on when or how to purchase them were given at the time. Most of the viewers assumed that they would either be viewing incentives like the Overwatch League tokens themselves or the exclusive sprays that were handed out during the finals. And if it wasn't, they thought they would simply be added to the Overwatch League All Access Pass, and that makes perfect sense. Because up until now, Blizzard did not add any other items to the Overwatch League specific in-game store that exclusively sold jersey-looking skins for each team. And they did keep adding more content to the All Access Pass while giving us more and more incentives for watching the live streams. And now we finally get to what actually prompted me to make this video in the first place. The Overwatch League All Star Skins are going to be sold in-game via Overwatch League tokens for 300 tokens a pop. Just to make you understand the insolence of that decision, they released 2 exclusive skins after the first season of the league has concluded, and they add them to a store that previously sold nothing but team skins for the absolutely banging price of $15 a pop. Now, I will be so audacious as to claim that they made this decision very deliberately, assuming most players would already have spent their free Overwatch League tokens which they got from just watching the event. I mean, again, nothing else was ever added to the store besides team skins. Why would they suddenly change that? And now to add insult to injury, check out this post from Tom Powers, community manager for Overwatch, over on the forums. A player has complained about a bug that displayed the infamous $30 emote as available for purchase in the store, but upon getting the tokens necessary to buy it, could not complete said purchase. Tom Powers replied, "The legendary Lucio emote was intended to be available only for players who had purchased the Overwatch League All Access Pass on Twitch. It will be available for purchase with Overwatch League tokens at a future date. If you purchase tokens with the intent to unlock this legendary Lucio emote and would like those tokens refunded, please reach out to Blizzard customer support." You're not dreaming, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like they deliberately did not mention the fact that this item is going to be made available for purchase outside of the All Access Pass, just so desperate Lucio mains have a reason to buy said pass. And that in the same way they didn't mention how the All-Star skins are going to be sold to make sure we don't have a reason to sit on our Overwatch League tokens at the end of the season. If that is true, then that means they avoid outright lying to us by obscuring facts until it becomes convenient for them, attempting to push more sales in the process. If that does not make you feel mistreated as a customer, then I don't know what does. Now, I know that this does not matter to every player or even every fan out there. I for one bought the All Access Pass because the Overwatch League rekindled my love for the game at a time where I had nothing good to say about it. While I was already feeling kinda iffy about the global cheer incentives, $15 skins are where I draw the line. And this is not just about what they are selling, but also about how they are selling it. They know how much players love maining heroes, so locking hero-specific loot behind paywalls and exclusivity is just absolutely disgusting. And they did it in the worst possible way too. I'm not expecting you to be just as mad about this as me, but I want you to be well informed about what happened during the first season of the Overwatch League. That when it returns next year, you are aware of what kind of an experience you are getting yourself into, and let the lessons of the past guide you in your purchase decision of whether or not future Overwatch League season passes are actually worth your money. I do apologize for this turning into a bit of a rant at the end after all, but if there's one thing that pisses me off, then it's not respecting your customers and just trying to squeeze every penny out of them. I accept any negative impression you might have of me as a result of that, but this, my friends, was something personal. I also apologize for uploading 2 rants in a row and hope that my next video is going to have a bit of a different tone to it. With that said, if you'd like to watch a mildly less aggravated video of mine, why not check out my video covering the idea of buffing heroes more frequently over constantly nerfing them. You can find that video on the left side of your screen right now. Alternatively, YouTube's got another one picked out for you on the right side. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.